Hey everyone, today I'm playing Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. It's basically like the Ultimate Edition, although I believe it has the DLC packed in, all the DLC for Dark Souls 2, as well as having some enemy layouts a little bit reworked, according to a friend who knows the original Dark Souls 2 pretty much like the back of his hand. Um, First and foremost, Dark Souls games are infamous for being hard, and yeah, they definitely live up to that. Dark Souls 2 is, well, really any of the Dark Souls games are harder than a 13-year-old when they first see Megan Fox, or harder than it is for me to believe that Trump's our president. It's even harder than my nipples are right now, which is to say hard enough to cut diamonds because it's extremely cold in there. Not super far in this game, only played a couple hours. I played a lot of Dark Souls 1. Well, I say a lot, you can spend a lot of time in these games. Relatively little. I put like 30 hours into it. I never even finished it, to be honest with you. I kind of got bored. I got a really lucky drop early on in the game, and I kind of started just like once I had leveled up a little bit, I kind of started just destroying people, like the shit, some of the hardest bosses in the game. I kind of feel like I had a very easy time. You're gonna be hearing that a lot probably in this video. I feel like I had a really easy time with them, to be honest with you. I forget their names, but they're not, if you know anything about Dark Souls, the iconic bosses, they're like golden statues. One's a small quick, uses a lightning javelin basically, and then the other one's oh no, it's Ornstein and Smaug or Sma. I don't know. But yeah, I mean I didn't first try those people, but I did within about an hour I was able to beat them. But I don't know. I felt like that was pretty quick because I'd heard those are some of the hardest people in video games, basically. Okay, so if you look at my red health bar up there, you can see it has the little symbol, and the red doesn't go through all the way to the bar. That every time you die, that little notch moves a little bit over to the left, and your total health goes away. And you can only get it back with, well, no, you think you can get it back a few other ways, but you can use effigies, human effigies. But I don't really know how the total of how many you get in this game, so I kind of try not to use them all the time. And I have most of my health right now, so I should be fine. I've been busy dying, so I just realized I haven't explained the main mechanic and part of the name, I suppose. Souls, you acquire souls, as you may have noticed, anytime that you kill someone. You acquire souls, which are basically your points to spend to level up. And then this green thing right here is the souls that you had when you last died. So, if you have, let's say I died right now with 594 souls, this green thing would have 594 in there. But right now, last time I died trying to retrieve souls, so I had 0. So I got 0 back. Hooray for me. So these are, this little glowing text is sort of the messages within the game other players can send. They have only specific words they can use though. This one says, and oh, you can rate them if they're helpful or not helpful. This one says, praise the sun, which it's like there's a clan or whatever in these games that praises the sun. And there's a specific character who is kind of funny about it. This is probably the biggest running joke, I think, for Dark Souls is praise the sun, but you know what? I'd rather praise the ocean. Woohoo! Sweet. Nailed it. Give you some advice if you have not played Dark Souls games. If you find someone you can talk to them over and over and over again until they start saying the same thing. Because otherwise they can still help you. Oh, I love the little shimmy on the ladder. By the way, very few games even have this ability or are rated like this, but I'm giving this game the award for best ladder climbing and descending ability because you can slide down like that, or you can climb up real quick like a spider. In addition to being a wonderful place to take a warm nap, you can use the bonfire to travel to different areas, which is, you don't do it with the bonfire in the first game, and it's not an ability you get until relatively far into the game, if you ask me. But yeah, you can go ahead and go here. You can use it to travel to any bonfires that you've been to already. This game confuses me a little bit. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I like it, and sometimes I feel like I don't. It doesn't have a map, which can be infuriating because you don't know where to go, and people really don't give you a clear indication of where you should be going in this game. But at the same time, it's the rare opportunity to explore an open world where they give you little to no direction. So when you find something special in the game, it feels that much more special. But at the same time, you could wind up in an area that you are not familiar with. Personally, I'd recommend playing this game with like a walkthrough or a guide, but sparingly. Wait until like I would say wait until pretty much wait until you're lost. Like I explore until you're frustrated and you cannot find the way you're supposed to go. Likewise with the souls, figure out if you can figure it out on your own, do it. But if not, don't waste your time. Like, don't spend hours and hours trying to figure it out. It's not really worth it. I would just go ahead and use a guide. Because to me, there's really no shame in doing that. And likewise with the bosses, maybe start off by trying to figure out the attack patterns and stuff by yourself. And then if you spend a while, I would say spend more time on the bosses than anything else trying to do it yourself first. And then if you can't do it, if you can't figure it out, then go ahead and consult a guide. I find that even though this game is meant to be hard, and you can enjoy that as much as possible, but in order to not end up basically throwing a fit or destroying your controller or your mouse, depending what you're playing with, personally, I'd use a guide every once in a while at least. I think I said this before, but I'm going to reiterate. This is the first area, or rather the area with the weakest enemies, that you should probably visit first before anywhere else, and that's been told to me by my friend who's much better than me at this game. Can't stress that enough. He actually beat the boss for me in this area, which was super helpful. He did it on his first try with low health. Oh, I hear something. Sorry, he did it on his first try with no help. And really, I saw, and he told me himself too, the key to this game really is patience. And that's something I'm not that good at because I'm not a doctor. And until I get paid like a doctor, I refuse to have patience. I love the landscape in this game and just the environment in general. It's extremely beautiful. This is it's sort of remastered. It's touched up a little for the 2015 version, but still, this is a pretty old game. I think like 2011. But look at these statues. Those are gorgeous. I don't know. You can't beat that in my opinion. As far like they could have gone with just a normal, boring medieval like setting, but they went for grandiose landscapes and stuff like that, and I appreciate that. It's a lot more fun. They have the giant statues of the people everywhere. It's like castles and stuff, but crazy big. And, dead tree people with holes to the abyss for mouths. That's always nice, too. That ups the value. Like, if I had a house that I was trying to sell and I had a tree... I had tree people with gaping mouths, I feel like I could sell... That add, like, 10 grand-ish to the value. This is a little bird's nest. Sometimes I come here when I like to be fed like a little baby bird. Don't judge me. You know you like your food chewed up and spit back in your mouth. Who doesn't? Alright, I'm about to fight a boss. That's what those mist things are. They sort of load in. They either load in different areas or they load in a boss. I summoned Felicia the Brave, sorry. I'm guessing that's a, ooh, hey. I'm guessing that's a bot because that's kind of a boring name for a normal person. If I summon this person, will this person go away? Sometimes it depends. Sometimes you can get two people to help you. Sometimes you can only get one. Sometimes it's less helpful to have two than one because the boss's health scales to how many people you have with you. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Chill, bro. Maybe that's a real person because he did shoot stuff at me. Anyway, we'll enter through the mist. Whoa! Whoa! Holy shit, sorry. That was terrifying. Well. It just drops you right in. That's kind of shitty. Let me heal real quick. Okay. Oh, well. Well, I am instantly dead. Bye, Pilgrim or whatever. Bye, Felicia. Okay. Take two in attempting to kill the boss. Drop down. It's gonna be right over here. Ooh. That was rough. Whoa, holy shit. Well, that sucks. Alright, we're going for attempt 3 on the boss now. Maybe I need to talk about something to distract myself. Maybe that'll help. Let's see. Well, I would say that, what? Ah, shit. Well, we're off to a good start. Accidentally used a health potion for no reason. It's funny because there's a lot of memes around Dark Souls. It's kind of I don't know, it works well for meme culture. People call it Dank Souls a lot. I think it's kind of silly. My little brother calls it that all the time. My mom actually heard him call it that and was mad at him because she has only ever heard dank in referring to weed, which, so she was not happy to hear that come out of my brother's mouth. And she thought he was talking about smoking. Shit, well, I died already. But anyway, I think that's funny because like Dark Souls is the furthest thing possible for me. One, gets you nice and relaxed and chilled out. The other gives you blinding fury. Alright, attempt 4. Not sure if I'm going to be able to beat this boss. It's been pretty difficult trying to just get to the boss altogether. It's taken me multiple attempts in between getting to the boss. Alright, wait for my little companion dudes. This probably would be a lot easier if those people were actual people. Not to say they haven't been helpful. Because, well, I don't know. Depends on your definition of helpful. Well, I have instantly died. I learned a few things. I was struggling with this area. I'd like to point out that guy there's gone. Everyone in that area over there is gone because I fought them so many times. And I started to get, and I've attempted the boss about 4 times, and I got the feeling that I wasn't really supposed to be here yet. So, well, no, that's a lie. I just got frustrated. So I looked in the walkthrough to see if there was any tactics to beat the boss, and it told me that this is not the area that I'm supposed to beat right now, even though the first area you're in takes you to this place. But yeah, now this is the second area, which is, oh, apparently often mistaken. Oh, this guy's gonna kill me. This is supposed to be an easier area. Oh, well, there we go. Often mistaken for the first area, but this is the second area you're supposed to go through. Already off to a great start there. Haha, I knocked him off the cliff. See ya, sucker. Ooh, what was that? Lift in short below. Okay, what does this do? Hello? Elevator? Oh. Did I do a good? I mean, I'm just gonna assume that's a yes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, whatever. I swear the auditions for the voice acting roles in these games are literally just, can you do an evil laugh? And then if so, then you got it. Ooh. What's this? Restores living things. Oh yeah, I already got one of those. Well, I already used one of those. Well, I want to know why this lady has this key. I shouldn't have to buy this back. Why are you stealing people's shit? Crazy lady.
Thank you kindly.
Okay, Smeagol. You're welcome, I guess. Go give this to the blacksmith real quick. Here you bum.
I'm a black. Bring me that.
I did. Oh, you know what? Oh, I have to open the door for you. You're a grown man. What's wrong with you? The leveling up system in this is super confusing to me, and it sort of changes like every game. Like the original creator of Dark Souls 1 wasn't the head producer or whatever, game designer for this game. He was working on Bloodborne, so it was his team, I assume, working on it. But everything's just a little different in this game than 1, and then 3 is different too, and the upgrade system is different, the stats work a different way. Well, not a different way, but there's different names for the attributes, and they line up with different stuff. It's real confusing. You use a special, like, I didn't know this. Like, I chose this class of character because he was a dual wielder. It like says it's good for dual wielding weapons, but then like I didn't realize that meant you had to press a special button to put you in the stance of someone who's dual wielding, and then you have to press different buttons from what you normally press to attack. My friend had to tell me that, which is weird. You'd think the game would let you know. But this should be more powerful now. I did level up a lot, and now I'm in the right stance to dual wield, so I can attack with both weapons at the same time. Yeah, much more powerful. I think it uses more stamina, though. Oop. And my health is a lot better, actually. Ooh, there's a lot of enemies in this room. Let's see if I can bait this guy. First, at least. Wow, that guy's got a big sword. I wonder how far I can... He's probably not going to come out of the doorway. Ooh. Never mind. Oop, 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 oop. No, he's going to knock me off. Shit. Oh, wow. He didn't have that much health. Killed him already. Oh, here comes one of the people. Oh, here comes both of the people. Oh, what's happening? Oh, what's happening? I wish they could hit each other. That'd be amazing. I feel like that would make this game better. That'd make the whole game dynamic different, though. Alright, well, it's been almost 2 hours now. This game, as you might have been able to tell, it's something that... It's a game where you can have intense satisfaction or intense frustration, really. It's sort of just a thing where sometimes you play and you need a long walk and a cold shower to calm down afterwards, and sometimes you play and you feel really proud of yourself and what you did, and then you die from a single enemy and you need a long walk and a cold shower anyway to keep you from throwing a controller around the room. This is really not a game for casual players, and what I mean by that is if you're not super into dedicating a lot of time to a video game, you probably don't want to play this. To casuals, beware. If you bring that Mountain Dew and Doritos shit into this, Dark Souls is going to take a shit all over your soul, and that's actually how the game got its name, or the series got its name. It's Dark Souls because Brown Souls didn't sound very good.